Are we ready to rise? Yeah. Arise, oh my soul. Arise, oh my soul. Arise, oh my soul. Let spirit take control. Arise, oh my soul. Arise, oh my soul. Arise, oh my soul. Let spirit take control. Arise, oh my soul. Arise, oh my soul. Arise, oh my soul. Let spirit take control. Arise, oh my soul. Arise, oh my soul. Arise, oh my soul. Let spirit take control. You know it now. Come on. Arise, oh my soul. Arise, oh my soul. Arise, oh my soul. Let spirit take control. Arise, oh my soul. Arise, oh my soul. Arise, oh my soul. Let spirit take control. Yeah. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see love in every face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
Good morning. Well, if you weren't awake before you got in here, Landis definitely got you awake with that. Let's take a moment now and close our eyes and settle into that heart-centered place where we know that spark of divinity is there within us. Just give yourself a gentle thought that you're fanning that flame today. That you're allowing your faith to grow, that you're allowing your connection with Source to grow. There's so much to look forward to. And yet there's so many troubling signs around us. But as we know, what we focus on is where we go. So let's all head in that direction of peace and comfort, support and service to others. And allow our flame to express and show to everyone we meet this day and every day. And so it is.
Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a Come on and ease on down the road. Come on and ease on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load. Come on, ease on down the road. Come on and ease on down the road. Come on and ease on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load. Come on, ease on down the road. Pick your left foot up when your right foot's down. Come on, let's keep moving. Don't you lose no ground. Just keep on keeping on the road you choose. Don't give up walking 'cause you gave up shoes. Come on, ease on down the road. Come on and ease on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load. Come on, ease on down the road. 'Cause there may be times when you think you've lost your mind, and the steps you are taking leave you 3-4 steps behind. But the road you're walking might be long sometimes. Keep on stepping, you'll be just fine. You just ease on down the road. Come on and ease on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load. Come on, ease on down the road. Come on and ease on down the road. Come on and ease on down the road. You know why? 'Cause ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things are get brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things are get brighter. Someday, we'll get it together and we'll get it all done. Someday, when your head is much lighter. Someday, we'll walk in the rays of the beautiful sun. Someday, when the world is much brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things are get brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things are get brighter. Ease on down the road. Come on and ease on down the road. Come on and ease on down, ease on down the road. All right. Thank you, Bronte. Ease on down. All right. I'm so glad we had this time together. I love it. I love you guys. Happy Sunday. All right.
Have a great weekend.
Y'all too. All right.
Well, good morning, beautiful souls. Welcome to Unity of Chattanooga, Sunday celebration service. My name is Mona Petro, and I'm grateful to be standing here with all of you today. For those of you here in person, thank you for showing up on this beautiful, lovely, damp day. And, and for those of you who are joining us live or later on Facebook or on YouTube, we send you love and appreciation as well. Wherever you are this morning, we invite you to connect in the comments, to share today's message, and to let this ripple of encouragement travel beyond these walls and into the wider web, because unity just isn't a building, it's a movement of hearts. Right? Now, if this is your first time here today, if you wouldn't mind raising your hands, because we'd like to welcome you. Do we have anyone here that might be here for the first time? I think we do. Hi, welcome. Yes, we're truly honored that you've chose to be here today. Life is busy, and we know that there's other places you could be, so welcome. Our usher will provide you with a welcome pack about information about unity and the New Thought movement. And there's also a welcome card on there if you'd like to drop that in the basket afterwards. Okay. As a congregation, we pause to offer a special blessing, because when someone walks through these doors, we believe it's never by accidents, it's by divine timing. So everybody warm up your hands. And together we say, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. Okay. The Christ in you refers to that spark of divinity, the same quality of being that Jesus and other spiritual leaders brought forth in themselves and demonstrated in their ministries. At Unity of Chattanooga, we are open and welcoming community, people of every age, background, orientation, and every faith, or no faith at all. You are embraced here. We are simply a group of people who want to grow, to learn to connect more deeply to the divine presence within ourselves, to live with more awareness and compassion and more joy. Some of us are just beginning to explore with spiritual means. Others have been walking this path for years. Wherever you find yourself on that journey, this is a place for you. Now, on Wednesday, February the 18th, many Christians communities begin the tradition of Lent. It's 40 days of reflection, a time to fast in some way, to look inward, and to prepare for Easter. And while Unity doesn't necessarily observe Lent in the traditional way, we absolutely understand the value of a season like this, where we become more honest with ourselves and about who we are, because we carry these thoughts, these old things, old reactions, and old stories of who we are. And sometimes we don't realize how heavy they've become. Releasing the fear that's begun to run quietly in the background, release the identity that says, well, this is just how I am. Maybe that's true on how you were, but maybe it's not who you're becoming. So maybe the season is about striving, it's about releasing what's heavy, releasing what's outdated, releasing what no longer feels right for you. And once you've loosened that grip on things, you begin to reimagine the life guided by peace instead of pressure, by intention instead of habit, by faith instead of fear. As I see it, if you can create a new chapter, you cannot create a new chapter while holding tightly onto the old characters. Growth asks something of us. It asks us to loosen that grip and to go gently, to trust quietly. And when we do, something new begins to take shape, not forced and not rushed. And speaking of allowing what's unfolding, I now want to start our announcements, okay? Our Unity class book studies group meets Tuesdays at 10:45, and they're reading Sermon on the Mount by Emmett Fox. If you're coming, we're to that book reading. It is chapter 4, I believe. Right, Amanda? Oh, you won't be here. Okay. Well, someone will be here, though, right? Okay, good. So it hasn't been postponed. So you could jump right into the discussion on chapter 4. On Thursdays at 12 noon, the Wellness Warriors gathers again, and it's focused a time to nurture your physical, mental, and spiritual well-being, and to reconnect with the vitality that's already within you. At 1 o'clock on that day, Ann Yeagert will offer Giving of Light individual sessions She'll also be available next Sunday after service, and a love offering is appreciated. Okay. We currently have 3 open positions on the Board of Trustees. If you've been a member for at least a year and you feel that you have a little nudge that you'd like to serve on our Board of Trustees, that would be greatly appreciated. Please see Eric. Okay, next. Today at 12:15, we have a salad bar luncheon, and then we'll be holding our annual business meeting for members. Everyone is welcome to attend, even though only the members will be able to vote, but we appreciate everybody's attendance. This morning, our prayer chaplain is Keith Noyes, and will be available in the back office after services for personal prayer. And next Sunday, we welcome a very special guest speaker for the first time. We have longtime member and sound technician extraordinaire, Tony Carter. Tony has been a part of Unity since the Blackstreet days, and that goes way back, Tony. And he'll be sharing his presentation called DIY Unity Toolbox, a toolbox for life. He'll be talking about the spiritual tools Unity has introduced to him that have helped him open his mind and transform his life. Well, it's been a full week around here, and we're glad that you're a part of it. And yes.
I have an announcement.
Okay. Please, yes, announcements for anybody that has announcements.
Okay. I finished 2 cards, Get Well Giggle cards, one for Margaret and one for, the gentleman who was here last week. His friend Harold. Get Well card for them. I'll leave them back here if anybody cares to sign them.
Oh, great. And Sarah makes the most beautiful handwritten, I'm sure they're hand painted, as
They're hand done.
handwritten, beautiful art. Thank you very much for that thoughtfulness, Sarah. Yesterday was Valentine's Day, and somehow that aligned perfectly with the Hamilton County Chili Cook-Off, which I was the judge. I extended a great deal of love for chili yesterday, but now I believe that healthy relationship is on pause for another year. However, if you didn't quite get enough love showered to you yesterday for Valentine's Day, don't worry, you're about to get it now. So everybody, let's stand and meet and greet one another, share with a smile, a handshake, or a hug, whatever feels right for you. Okay, let's find our seats. All right, don't make me bring out the big gong. I will if I have to. Bring out the big guns. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna try this one more time. I can keep going all day. Yeah, I know. Amanda, give me a hand here. Okay, let's all find our seats. Today, okay, go sit down. I'll be right over there. That's a good job. Okay, today we honor to welcome Reverend Bronte Colbert. As a retired ordained Unity minister, she now devotes most of her time to visiting Unity communities throughout the South, sharing her quiet strength, her gentle wisdom, and her deeply rooted joy. Wherever she goes, she carries a presence that is both grounding and uplifting. Yeah. We're grateful that she holds a special place in our heart and for this community, just as we hold one for her. This morning, she brought along her beloved walking stick, affectionately named Stepsister. Yeah. Together, they will guide us through a message entitled Navigating Tangled Grounds, a timely reflection for those seasons when life's terrains feel uncertain and the path forward calls for steadiness, courage, and grace. So please give a warm welcome to Reverend Bronte Colbert.
And good morning. I'm so delighted to be here. Look at what a wonderful turnout for a rainy, rainy day. Ooh, it's awesome. Yes. Oh, I just got taller. It's magical. It's magical in here. It is a magical place. It's kind of a new season. We've got Happy Valentine's Day after today. Happy start of Lent on Wednesday. And by the way, Unity publishes wonderful Lenten booklets, and you can get one for free. Just go to unity.org/booklets, and you can find the way to get one either mailed to you or you can download it. They have just a wonderful series this year all about reimagining, releasing, and then reimagining. And we'll maybe talk about that a bit today, if I remember, or maybe we won't. It's also the start of Black History Month, and just to honor, all the decades and centuries of change and things, as Landis so beautifully sang. I got in touch with him this week, and I said, could you please play one of my favorite songs by the Five Stair Steps called Things, Oh Child, Things Are Gonna Get Easier. But that's for all of us, too. And it's also a new year of the fire horse, which is I'm just loving that feeling of that fire horse. Also, if you found this on your seat, or if you didn't, there's some extra ones, a little square piece of paper for you to take home if you wish, or if you're trying to do less paper, you can take a photo of it and leave it here. If you have this on you, or in your memory, you can say that, I am holding the absolute favorite poem of Myrtle Fillmore. She loved this little poem, written by Hannah More Kohaus. In fact, when Myrtle was handling We Wisdom, the booklet for children that was published many, many years ago, and which is another long story of how I got into Unity, she would ask Hannah again and again to publish that poem in We Wisdom. It also kind of goes with what we'll be talking about today, strength, which is our spiritual power. Unity has 12 powers, one for each month, and the one for February is sometimes they twist them around. It's strength, the way Charles Fillmore set it up. But sometimes we put love in there because, love, February. When I was back at Unity Athens, love was always the spiritual power for February. Technically, it's strength. And this poem relates to that. God is my help in every need. God does my every hunger feed. You can read it with me if you like. God walks beside me, guides my way through every moment of this day. I now am wise, I now am true, patient and kind, and loving too. All things I am, can do, and be through Christ the truth that is in me. God is my health, I can't be sick. Pause there. Say that again. Remember that every time you're not feeling 100% healthy. God is my health. I can't be sick. God is my strength, unfailing, quick. God is my all. I know no fear, since God and love and truth are here. God walks beside me, guides my way through every moment of the day. This is my walking stick. I just christened her this week. I've had her for about 2 months, and I wasn't even sure about the herb. I'm very open on gender. But it was easier to think of a name that worked. So I was thinking soul sister, and then I thought, no, step sister, right? Step sister. I got her because when I first retired from Unity Athens about 3 years ago, I was on a little trip and I was speaking at Chautauqua in New York, and then I went up and got a hold of the minister up in Maine because I always wanted to go to Maine, and said, I'm going to be there and I'll speak for free if I can just come and be at your church, which they were very nice to pay me anyway. But after the day before the service, I decided to go hike in a national park up in Maine. Do not go hiking in a national park the day before you have to do something if you don't have the proper shoes and you aren't that much of an outdoors person. I mean, I walk a lot, but it was very slippery, and I took a little slip and I fell and I broke my knee a little bit. Yeah, and I had to give a talk, and I gave a talk the next day. But anyway, healed easily, bone was fine, didn't need surgery. And Ms. Stick came into my life, too. She was not with me on that adventure. But I was like, okay. I walk around Lake Herrick, which is the UGA recreational fields in Athens, Georgia. And we have a lot of runners that go running through the paths, and you want to have a stick to keep your balance, to keep you grounded when you're walking around a lot of young people that are out for track. But that wonderful poem that we just read together walks beside me, guides my way, gives me strength. So I can also think of this as spirit being with me, whatever your name for the divine is, to be grounded. I can think of it if I want to say something, God is my health, I can't be sick, or God is failing. It's not failing. God's quick. God is with me all times. So consider, if you're doing a lot of walking, to have something that guides you. Or it can be your words. It can be your consciousness. It can be your thoughts all the time. To me, this stick is like spirit, God, the infinite, whatever else it could be used to name. I can place it firmly on the ground. It helps me define what is under my feet and all around me. If the path ahead looks slippery or trippingly or uncertain, or if I'm feeling inside a little slippery or uncertain or worried about something, I can ground with the image of this stick, with the image of my always connection to Spirit, to God. And I think sometimes we forget to do that. We forget to just take some time and ground ourselves. If you are able and want to, and you can put your feet on the floor right now, consider that for a minute and just feel the energy. This is coming up from Mother Earth or Parent Earth, all the way up from its core. Energy, grounding, grounding, grounding. I am safe, you might want to say. I am safe. I am wise. I can send out love. I can send out love. The ground gets tangled sometimes when I'm walking around Lake Herrick. I see it coming. Some new roots, some new sprouts that, like vines do, seem to grow a foot a day all over the ground. Some of those roots are old. They've been there a long, long time. They've never answered my question of how old they are. But you can picture that, whether it was up in Maine or in your neighborhood, there's can be roots on the ground. I have some in my yard. Easy to trip over a root, you know. With my stick, it gives me that little extra feeling of safety, of centeredness. When I'm in the roots of life, whether they're old things going on in the world or those new things that seem to be cropping up and moving quickly, I can use my sense of balance, my idea, consciousness of centeredness with Spirit to keep the steps going forward safe. Look at the beautiful monks that traveled all that way from Texas to Washington, D.C., step by step, step by step. Nothing against posters, nothing against signs, but they didn't need them, did they? Their consciousness of quiet, walking in peace and holding peace made a huge difference. They came very close to Athens, Georgia. I thought I was going to get a chance to see them. They were about 10 miles away in a little town called Watkinsville, and then they were about 19 miles away in a little town near Arnold, at actually an Airbnb. And I said, well, I could go over there. It was a Saturday night, and I thought, yeah, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to park, and I'm not sure I'll be able to get back out of there to be able to get to church the next morning where I was speaking. But them doing that allows us to picture ourselves doing that, right? Can you picture yourselves walking peacefully, gently, step by step, moving forward, creating change, sending out love to everybody, sending out love to everybody. Not always easy. Got a new booklet coming out from Unity. It'll be out in a few months. And it's all about peace and healing and prayer. And we get to sign up for different ones. And the ones I picked, the one I picked was about sending out love to everybody, no matter what. It's like, oh, okay, that's why I picked it. Because I don't always send out loving thoughts to everybody, but I'm working on it. And I think that's what those monks were doing. Peace and love. They weren't judging. They weren't necessarily trying to physically untangle things. However, these are difficult times. And I won't deny that. And these are times when prayer and strength and wisdom and light make such a difference. And we make a difference. Maybe you don't see it as difficult times, and that's fine too, because actually times that we grow from don't always need to be difficult. But as we find joy in even the smallest things, I saw a moth yesterday in my backyard, a little tiny white moth. And I called out to it through the patio doors. I don't know if it heard me because they're glass. You are the first moth of the season, I called out. It didn't respond. It didn't say a thing. It didn't, fly in a little heart circle-ish thing or anything. It didn't tap on the patio door. It didn't go call its friends and say, hey, she appreciates us. It was the first moth. That's joy. Finding joy in tangled ground. Finding joy in challenging times, whether you're going through something personally or through something in the world or concerned about anyone else. Finding joy is like a light that you send out and give to anyone. If you can't, and I might be working on this in this booklet, if I can't always love everybody or what they're doing, I can still send love. Can't I? Can't I? Can't we all? We can send love. Raise your hand if you are comfortable doing that, and keep it up if you consider yourself to be a creative person. Everybody should have their hand up. Take a look around you. Everybody did for a minute. Okay, everybody will put it back down. Creativity is literally shining out from you and vibrating from every single person in this room. We're all natural creators. We have that power. We talked about the Christ within. We have that power. We have that light. We have that ability to create with our thoughts, with our consciousness, with our wishes, with our prayers, with our breath. With our look at the world through our view. Because if we take a minute and that tangled ground is in front of us in any sort of way, personal, worldview, other ways, if we look at that tangled ground for a minute and see the light of spirit in it and see it dissipating, if we sing a bit of a song, ooh, child, things are going to get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Someday we'll walk in the rays of a beautiful sun. Someday things will get brighter. Yeah, I don't have the lyrics written down. 5 Stair Steps. 1970, I believe that song came out. Why were they called 5 Stair Steps? Because they were all young, and their mother said that when they stood up by age to sing, they looked like 5 stair steps. Beautiful young people of color. There was another song, they released it on a one record thing, whatever they used to call that. Yes, probably a 45. And that was going to be the second side, the less popular side, the recording studio thought, but it was the side that took off and made them popular. One day we'll walk in the rays of a beautiful sun. We are walking in those rays now, and we are creating those rays because we are those rays. I was listening to Abraham Hicks' CD from probably 10, 15 years ago in the car yesterday. And Esther Hicks was talking about a home that she had bought, I think it's after her husband made his transition, up in Utah. She said it was like a castle, and it had these big smoke stack things on either side of it, and there was a problem with one of it, and it wasn't supported properly. And she was explaining, she was concerned what to do, whether they should be torn down, rebuilt, redone, just fixed. There would be cranes coming in and workmen. She was afraid that part of the bricks or the stonework would fall and hurt somebody, either in the house or maybe one of the neighbors or somebody outside. And I thought, oh, tangled ground. Tangled ground. And that's, I think, what happens when we start worrying about things that have not yet come to pass. Instead of remaining in the moment. So perhaps our stick can also be used, or our shtick can also be used for that kind of tangled ground, things that are going on in our minds or seem to be leading in the wrong way, or in our lives, if we're concerned about this or that. And it was cute on the CD, because I was a big follower back then, because she said, well, it came to her that, yeah, it was probably going to be a huge crane that would have to come in and take off part of that building and add something to it. And that was going to be awesome. And there was going to be workers that were going to get paid a lot of money to do all this. She didn't say, oh, it was going to be my money. But she was like, okay, people are going to, be enriched from this opportunity. And she said, and then I can stand there on the ground and yell up at them, be careful, don't let it fall. Don't get hurt. Better get down from there. Tangled ground. So consider that in this week or weeks ahead when you are thinking of maybe you never do. I can show you how to do it if you really like, how to make a worst case scenario out of something that probably is never going to happen. Let us remember to keep our balance in this walk of life, to lean on the sturdy and steadfast light and ways of spirit. If you would, again, look around the room. Maybe don't stare at anyone too long, unless you're in love or something. But picture light coming out of every person in this room, because it is. Now, I always picture coming out in the crown chakra here. But this light, but it could come out of your hands, right? It could come out of your feet. Just look around the room. We are all light carriers. We are all lights of God, divine, Spirit, the Christ light. You light up the world just by being here. It is no random chance that you, I, any of us are here right now in these times. We were made for these times. The wonderfulness of these times, the tangled spots in these times, the trickiness, perhaps, of these times, the love and the creativity of these times, the connection and understanding of these times that I don't think I've noticed like this in my whole lifetime. 77. I keep announcing that because I'm really happy about being 77. It's cool, and it's the kind of magical numbers. We are in new times, and we are continuing to evolve. Things are better. I could sing it right back to those 5 stair steps. Things will get better. Things are getting better. There's still some tangled spot. There's still things we can do, which is great because we have lights and we can make things better. Wouldn't it be boring if everything was wonderful and easy all the time? No, not really, Spirit. Okay, a little more would be wonderful. What might help when our path forward doesn't feel smooth, or when the terrain of life seems uncertain, worrisome, maybe even scary? we can realize the higher perspective. We can lift ourselves up above it. We can say, oh, these things are happening. Other things have happened in my life that I didn't like or that I wish I could change. Change has come in many ways. Some things aren't fixed yet, but I can shine my light out. But we can come from a higher perspective, and we can help others to reach that perspective. And we can give joy and find joy and look for joy and make notes of joy. If you're going to post on social media, post something joyful. We can keep our positive balance. So when we're out walking in the world and something trips us or something awakens us or something frightens us, something is hurting within us, whether it's emotionally or physically, or something just isn't helping us feel good, or we're worried, or we're not sleeping well, or can't seem to fix things, or we're angry. It's okay. Angry is good sometimes. But we can feel all the feelings, right? Isn't that what we teach our kids? Feel all the feelings. But remembering that we are here, that we make a difference, that we can not only find joy and look for joy, but to create joy, to send a little note to someone you love. And if they've transitioned, send it anyway. To call someone, trying to remember to do that more, just to pick up a phone and call someone without texting them first. That I'm going to call you there, or sending an email. You're calling on the phone and saying, hey, how are you? I was thinking of you. I'm sending love, which makes a great message too. We can find ways to support the things we love, find ways to volunteer. I hear there's some opportunities here on the board. Boards are one of the most important things I've seen in Unity churches, especially in communities like this. I think you know it. This is a fabulous community. That's why I love coming here so much. You're so connected and you stay afterwards. I mean, I'm not saying that I've been in churches where everybody ran out the door with a minute, but you stay a long time, and that's awesome. And yeah, there's food, but, so think about this as we wrap up pretty quickly. So we keep our positive balance, we move forward with strength and through strength, and we have and can always have a renewed awareness of our connection to Spirit. We are connected to Spirit, always, always, no matter what. And we send out that light. When things seem tough or challenging, look at and honor how far you have come in so many aspects of life. Look how far you've come. Someday we'll walk in the rays of a beautiful sun. That's today. Someday when the world is much brighter. The world is much brighter than it was when this song was written. And it will continue to get brighter. Ooh, child. If you just wait and see how things are going to be. Wait and see. Wait and vision how things are going to be. Right now. Right now. Right now. Let's have a meditation, if you're ready. If you're newer to meditation, you just relax and thoughts come in. You can wish them away or pay attention to them, appreciate them, and let them go. Again, I like to feel the essence of the earth through my feet, healing electrons and ions, wafting up, adding to my light. And I feel the energy, feel that energy of spirit, perhaps coming through your hands, through your head, through your heart. It is healing energy. It is life energy. It's love. You are loved. You are loved. Your life matters. You are here on purpose. You might want to tell yourself, I love you. You might want to give yourself a hug. You are creative and a creator. You are the empowerment of the essence of the divine. You are a light. Send that light out right now to wherever you'd like it to shine. Sending light, sending light, sending light. And as you send it, more light fills you, and more light fills you, and more light fills you. You have an abundance of light to send out. It's wrapped and entwined with love and grace and wellness and health, faith and strength, wisdom, guidance. Joy. It's wrapped in joy. And it flows from you and it touches hearts and minds and lives. It touches our world. It touches other countries. And it returns to you. With the vision of all the lives you have touched just now, whether dear ones or unknown ones, you have made a difference. You always make a difference. You filled the world with love. You fill the world with love. You untangle the gnarly places and you fill the world with love. We go into the deep quiet for a moment and just breathe. You fill the world with love. so it is. And so it is. I have one little line here that said, don't forget to say this. Okay, Spirit. No matter what's going on, find joy, enjoy something, appreciate yourself, and make lists of what you love. Together, let's dream lofty dreams and expect new levels of well-being for ourselves, our dear ones, and the world as we focus on this new month, new year, and our future. Amen. Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
The offering?
Yes, the offering. I was wondering if it was a song before the offering. So I get to have the honor of reminding ourselves to give as you are able. And if you are watching online now or in the future, there are multiple ways to give online at Unity of Chattanooga. I have found in my lifetime, the more I hang on, the less I have, and the more I give, the more it returns to me. It was one of the biggest lessons of my life. We are in gratitude. This is one of the most vibrant and delightful spiritual communities that I speak at, which is why I so much love coming here. So we give from our hearts, and whatever your process is, some people like to tithe, some people have a set amount, but you're giving out and you're supporting this place. You're supporting the things that are done here. You're supporting the classes and the building and this wonderful Visions of Growth plan. I had to read it. And think about that. Consider, I can say this because I'm not the minister here, consider giving a little more than you normally would, or, making a plan. Hold our gifts over our heart if you like. Where did I put mine? Okay. And we have our blessing. Is it going to be up there? Divine love. Is that how we start? Divine love, me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love and I receive in abundance. Let's say that last line again, really loud. I give in love and I receive in abundance. Okay, one more time. I give in love and I receive in abundance. Thank you, God. Okay.
I am free. I am unlimited. There are no more chains that bind me. I am free. I am unlimited right now. Right now.
We see even
Close to the speaker.
yeah, even the vibration in here is just like, oh, I gotta say something. Oh, we are so grateful for these gifts of love and light, for these offerings, for the givers, for all those that give regularly in other ways or when they can, for all those that give from home. We thank you, Spirit. We thank you, everyone. We see these blessings going on to do their beautiful and powerful and wonderful work. And we say, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. And so it is. Amen. It's you. Okay. Yes, I'm done. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Reverend Bronte, for your message. We fill this world with love. That's so true. That's so true. So reminder that we will have our meeting afterwards for the members, and we will close. Sorry, I don't have an iPad anymore, so it's got to. So we will close with our peace song.
2, 3, 4. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God our Creator, and oneness all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. The prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.